Hello YouTube, my name is Nero, and today we have some Call of Duty Ghost and another episode of KEM Strike Saturday. Now, KEM Strike Saturday, if perhaps your first time ever watching the video series, is a weekly series here on my channel where subscribers send me in KEM Strikes, and I do my best to talk about them and break them down and show them off. And of course, at the end of the video, you'll find a link to the person that sent me in the KEM Strike, as well as a link to their YouTube channel in the video description. So you guys go ahead and check that player out. This was sent in by a guy named COD Ghost 619, a name you guys may be becoming more familiar with because he's been on a few episodes of KEM Strike Saturday now, as I think especially recently he's been on. I think he's been on 2 over the course of the past month and a half or so. He sends in some really good stuff. I mean, what can I say? The gameplay he sends in is good. He sends in videos every single week. They're all new. They're all fresh. They're all innovative kind of stuff. They're all just interesting KEM Strikes overall, and he uploads at good quality. I think that's probably the best part. I think it's definitely the best part. If you watch KEM Strike Saturday, you guys check out my videos as compared to the ones that you see on KEM Strike Saturday. There's definitely a big quality difference there in terms of how good the video itself actually looks, and mainly that's because I record and I render at a really good quality. And people send in their stuff, they don't seem to do that as much. But Cargo619, he sends in some really good, high quality, high caliber gameplay. And that's why you see him here on this episode of KEM Strike Saturday. So what we got going on here in this match is it's a game of domination on the map Bayview, and he's running around the Maverick. Now the Maverick, let's talk about the Maverick here. So for the most part, well, I guess first we'll talk about strategy. So for the most part, what he's doing in this video is he's sticking to the edges. He's doing something I never freaking do when I play on Bayview. When I play on Bayview, let's say you die, right? And there's always that instinct to kind of get that revenge kill when you die, or to try and get back to where you were at, or if you're trying to capture a flag, immediately you want to run back to that flag and you want to take the fastest route possible. Well, what he does throughout this video is, of course, he's on a very long streak, so he doesn't have to worry about revenge killing, but he sticks to the outer edges of the map, which is like the most tried and true, the most old school tip / strategy you can give somebody, is stick to the edges of the map. Don't go in the middle where everyone's always at. The baby buffalo roam the middle of the map is what people used to say, and it's really true. So what he does here on Bayview, he avoids that entire cluster that is the middle courtyard, and he sticks around all the edges because the flags are kind of changing hands off and on throughout this video. So he just kind of moves around as he needs to, and he sticks to the edges and picks people off. It's really what he does throughout the entirety of the KEM Strike, and it's pretty freaking fantastic. It's one of those KEM Strikes you can actually learn from if you watch it. It's the most basic tip I can give somebody is, man, just stick to the edges. Don't run into the middle. That's where people die. He does go towards the flags. He goes towards the B flag quite often in this video, but for the most part, he sticks to the edges, picks people off, stays silent. He's got silencer on his Maverick. And speaking of Maverick, let's talk about the Maverick. So this gun was the first DLC gun that we got with Call of Duty Ghost, and it came with the very first DLC pack. Me personally, since I'm now playing on the Xbox 360 because so few people are playing on the Xbox One, that with my current sleep schedule, which is freaking the reason why this episode of KEM Strike Saturday is going up so late, is because my sleep schedule is awful and I didn't get to working on this week's episodes until very late today. My sleep schedule is bad, and there's never anybody on the Xbox One, and you combine those two, like, I'm playing with, like, the same 2 or 3 people every single time I try and play. So I play on the Xbox 360, but I bought the DLC 1 pack on the Xbox One. Therefore, I can't even use the Maverick on the Xbox 360, which is silly. I hate that. I hate that entire idea. And I remember somebody said in the comments of one of my videos that I need to go to my download history and that I need to, like, re-download it or something. He gave me a strategy. I have it written down. I'm going to go try that after I'm done making this video. But for the most part, man, I can't use the Maverick on the 360. And I'm not even that mad about it. Because the Maverick itself, there's something about it, man. The Maverick itself, so it was really cool. It looked awesome. I love the iron sights. The idea of the iron sights, it's basically a pretty similar iron sight to what you would find on AK variant of a weapon. But it's got that really cool, what would you even call those things that go around the sides? I don't even know what the proper term for those would be. But they look pretty nice, right? The Maverick itself looks pretty awesome. In terms of performance, for me, I'm just not the biggest fan. I feel as though this is like an AK-47 that doesn't do that well as compared to like the AK-12. It's like an AK style weapon that is kind of just outclassed by the AK-12 in like every way. Anytime I use this gun, it's like, well, I mean, it looks similar to the AK-12, but it just performs worse, I feel like. It just, for me, I'm not the biggest fan of this gun. I don't know. I'm like not even upset that I can't even use it. I am upset, however, that because I don't have the DLC Pack 1, and there's a KEM Strike right there, that I can't play on the map Fog. on the 360, which is the greatest freaking map in the history of Call of Duty. I freaking Fog is just so good. But there was the KEM Strike, man. Basically, like I said at the beginning of the video, he stuck to the perimeters of the map. He was picking people off, defending the flags, and it was pretty good, man. He did it while playing the objective, which is always nice to see when you're watching a KEM Strike gameplay. We fast forwarded here towards the end of the gameplay, and he actually gets killed by the grenade launcher. The grenade launchers with danger close in this game really starting to become an issue. Really starting to become an issue as of late, as if the IEDs weren't enough of an issue. But that KEM Strike's gonna be going off here, and there we go. There we go, man. Awesome episode of KEM Strike Saturday, I believe. I mean, just looking at it, they're amazing quality. It's something you guys can learn from. Just always try and stick to the edges of the map. Always try and bait the enemy into you, right? Always try and take the enemy on your own terms. You know, running around, rushing is something I do. I'm widely regarded as kind of a rusher here on YouTube, but it's better to just kind of slow it down, stick to the edges, pick people off, and if you do that properly, you can have success like our guy COD619 had in this video. So I hope you guys all enjoyed this week's episode of KEM Strike Saturday. A final score of 65-16, which is a freaking amazing score. 65 kills, and you know, your standard 6v6 domination is a lot of kills. That's definitely a lot of kills, especially considering he wasn't using lethal kill streaks, so all that was with this gun. That was pretty freaking amazing. I hope you guys all enjoyed this week's episode of KEM Strike Saturday. And if you did, please sure to leave a rating where you guys feel the video deserves. And if you guys like to send in your guys' KEM Strikes for next week's episode of KEM Strike Saturday, everything you guys need to see is on your screen right now. No commentary, no color correction. Render your videos at an amazing quality, way higher than you probably would try to on your own channel, because it needs to look good here on NerosCinema. We want good quality videos. Upload to YouTube as unlisted. Link me via personal message here on YouTube, and bam, there you go. You've submitted your video for next week's episode of KEM Strike Saturday. Congratulations. Woohoo. Awesomeness. So if you guys like to go ahead and check out COD619, he's been on a few episodes of KEM Strike Saturday, especially recently. I mean, what can I say, man? He does everything right. He does everything right when he's submitting his videos, and I definitely love that. If you go over and check out his channel at COD619, you'll find what his name kind of implies. Call of Duty Ghost. He posts daily. Sometimes it's KEM Strike, sometimes it's news, sometimes it's tips. You never really know. Head over to his channel, give him a look if you guys haven't already. He's got a pretty good channel, and he uploads a lot every single day. He uploads to his YouTube channel, which is definitely nice. That's the biggest tip I give people when they say, Nero, how do I grow my YouTube channel? I've been trying for YouTube for 3 months now, and I just can't seem to gain any steam. And I look at their channel, and it's like, man, you've posted 10 videos in 3 months. You really think you're going to grow like that? You need videos every single day. You need to try and make it so people can find your videos, and that's what COD619 is doing here. He's doing everything right on his YouTube channel, and I would not be surprised if his channel blew up over the course of the next few months, especially with the new Call of Duty coming out. So I hope you guys all enjoyed this week's episode of KEM Strike Saturday, and if you did, please sure to leave a rating. Hope you guys all have a wonderful day.